money. Ay, ay. Think of my bucking like a mechanical bull. Bucking, wow, bucking. A good night, like money is full. Look at that horse, look at that horse.
What's up YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today we're back with another freaking video, and today, if you have not already looked at the title, then you know that I am going to be ranking my top favorite albums of the year. It was very hard to do. I took into consideration a lot of things. I took into which ones I go back to, which songs I have saved off of the album, like which albums have the most songs that I saved, which one of my Apple Music told me I played too much. I took into consideration a lot of things, but that's okay. I think this is a fair ranking. So coming in at number 10, we have American Dream by 21 Savage. So that album is underrated. I feel like a lot of people were talking about that album. Y'all were talking about like 2 songs off of the album, but y'all didn't really listen to that album sonically all the way through. I feel like that is an album that you have to digest. You have to hear what he's saying. I feel like he definitely put his heart into this, and the American Dream is told in a story through his album. I feel like a lot of people didn't realize that, but if you do go back and you listen to it, you can hear stuff that he said that he wants for his American Dream, stuff that he feel like is stopping him from getting his American Dream. It is a lot that you just gotta listen to when you listen to that album. Coming at number 9, we have Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. So that album, when I first listened to it, I didn't have many songs that I liked off the album, but still the album just felt like the album felt so good to listen to. Just hearing her voice, hearing her production, that is a well wrote, well produced album. So coming in at number 8, we have Where I've Been Isn't Where I'm Going by Shaboozey. So if you have not listened to Shaboozey's country album, you need to. I hate that he was snubbed by the CMAs. I hope that he shines at the Grammys if he is nominated. But Shaboozey really did his big one on this album. I didn't know him until this year, which is okay because now that I know him, he stays on repeat. I love his voice, I love his rap, I love the country element, and I've never been a big country fan, but Shaboozey is turning me into a small country fan. I cannot lie. So coming at number 7, we have Access All Areas. So this is by Flo. So the moment that I heard Cynthia Erivo come on this album or open this album up with her intro, I knew that they were not coming to play. I was like, whoa. They did what they had to do with this album, and they dropped it fairly late in the year, so the fact that it made it onto my top 10 favorite albums of the year, I felt like is a great achievement. Coming at number 6, we have Chromacopia. So I didn't have any intentions on listening to this album when it came out. A lot of people was talking about it, but I feel like it just didn't make no noise to me. So that's why I didn't feel gravitated to go and listen to it. But then I was at work and 2 people were talking about it and saying how it was so different, but yet it was so good. So I'm like, well, let me play it on my way to work. On my way home from work. So when I got in the car and I just started playing it, I sat in the parking lot for about 10 minutes just listening to it because I just love the production. I love the songs. I love almost everything about it. And then on the drive home, I was just vibing out, rapping out. Didn't know any other words, but I'm just gonna say what I think I know. So yeah, Chromacopia is definitely an album that deserves to be on my top 10 list. Coming at number 5, we have Megan. Um, when Megan came out, I feel like it was not well presented to us. I feel like it was just kind of thrown together real quick, and it was kind of like a bunch of songs were thrown together. I think this would have been a solid A1 album if it came gradually. I feel like it was too many songs. A lot of songs could have been left out, and I feel like her choruses are sometimes very weak. I feel like they can be a lot better, but overall, I still think that this was a well-produced, well body of work. Coming at number 4, we have Trouble in Paradise by Chloe. So when In Pieces, we'll go back a couple years. When In Pieces came out, it made zero noise. It did zero numbers, but it was good. When Trouble in Paradise came out, it was even worse, but it was even better. I feel like a lot of people they're sleeping on Chloe. Chloe just put out one of the best R&B albums I have heard in a long time, and it was so slept on. But Chloe from me to you, I think you did very well. Coming in at number 3, we have Dopamine. So for a little while, I did not listen to it. I paid this album dust, but it's Normani's fault because she too paid it dust. But when I first listened to Dopamine, I think I was cleaning up, and I just was like, well, I keep seeing this Dopamine thing on my list, and I remember saying like a while back when she teased Dopamine, I'm like, Normani finally putting out an album, and when I clicked on it and I started listening to it, I instantly loved it. I was dancing out, I was rocking out, I was loving that album, and I feel like it is perfect. So I feel like it definitely deserves to be top 3 in my household. Coming in at number 2, we have Mutt by Leon Thomas. Leon Thomas is one of the most slept on R&B artists when he really shouldn't be, because he's wrote some of the best songs for some of y'all biggest fans, some of y'all biggest stands or artists that you stand. Um, he's wrote so many good songs, so it's just not rocket science that his albums are also going to be so well put out. So Mud by Leon Thomas is definitely number 2, and not the one. So the moment you have all been waiting for, my number 1 album of the year. If you know me and you know who I'm a fan of and you know what she put out this year, then you know for a fact that Cowboy Carter is number 1 on my list of the best, or my favorite. Can't really say the best because that's subjective, but my favorite albums of the 2024. So when Cowboy Carter first came out, I did a listening session with my sister, and because she is a country fan, and she did it with me for the Renaissance album, and she ended up loving the Renaissance album probably more than I did. But when Cowboy Carter came out, well, I love Renaissance like completely, but I'm saying she loved it like a lot as well. But Cowboy Carter came out and we were both excited. I was probably more excited than her, but she still was excited to listen to it because it was country and she is a country fan. And she gave it the A1, so I know for a fact that it had to be a great country album. So yeah, that is my list. That is my rankings. And I feel like the best album of the year was definitely Cowboy Carter. Let me know what was your favorite album of the year. I would love to see some more. If you have one that did not make the list that you feel like I should probably take a listen to, just let me know. Even though it was from last year, I will still play it this year, y'all, and claim like it came out this year or now for next year. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.